The night stretches long and restless. The bed beneath you is soft, too soft, offering no real comfort. You shift, pulling the blanket higher, then kicking it off entirely. The air is too thick, the silence too loud. The thoughts press in, a slow rolling tide that refuses to recede. Every detail of the day replays in your mind. The things left undone, the things said and unsaid, the weight of it all pressing against your ribs. Sleep won't come. Not yet. Maybe not at all. You sigh, rubbing your face, letting your fingers drift to the edge of the blanket. You trail them over the fabric, tracing old creases, small imperfections. It feels grounding, familiar. But something inside you stirs, an ache, a pull towards something beyond this room, beyond this moment. You sit up, exhaling, your breath loud in the stillness. The moonlight filters through your window, casting long shadows across the floor. Each shadow holds a story, a memory, a piece of the world beyond these walls. The blankets are heavy, but you push them back, feeling the cool air snake across your skin like the first whisper of a night sailing over the land. You swing your legs over the side of the bed, feet hitting the floor, solid and familiar. Each plank beneath your feet, its own voice, a soft creak that speaks of years of footsteps, of nights just like this one. The boots are there, waiting just where you left them. Their leathers worn in places, shaped by countless miles and memories. You step into them, the leather molding to your feet like they were made for you. The coat comes next, worn, again familiar, smelling faintly of dust and old adventures, the scent of the trail woven into every fiber. Each button tells a story as you fasten it. Each pocket holds secrets of past journeys. The hat follows, its brim casting a shadow, even in the dim light, the weight of it setting on your head like a crown. Cross the room, hand reaching for the door. And the moment your fingers graze the handle, something shifts in the air. The scent of earth, leather, and a distant campfire curls into your lungs. The silence of your bedroom fades, replaced by the soft whisper of the wind through the grass, the distant call of an owl. The world begins to transform around you, reality bending like a dream. You pull open the door, and you're back. The transition is seamless, like stepping through a veil of water. You're already in the saddle, reins in hand, your horse shifting beneath you. The moon hangs heavy overhead, full and bright, casting silver light over the endless stretch of land before you. The night air is cool against your skin, carrying the scent of dry grass and distant pine. Your horse's mane dances in the breeze, strands of silver in the moonlight. The saddle creaks as you settle in, the rhythm of hoofbeats blending with the soft chorus of the night. Your mount knows these trails well, each step pure and steady. The leather of the reins is butter soft in your hands, worn smooth by years of use. Each breath you take fills your lungs with the pure, clean air of open country. The tension in your shoulders begins to ease, melting away with each steady step of your horse. You ride alone, the world stretching wide and wild around you. The hills roll like gentle waves, their edges softened under the silver glow of the moon. Tall grass sways in the night breeze, creating patterns like ripples of water. A river winds off to your right, its surface smooth as glass, reflecting the stars above. The sound of water over stones reaches you, a gentle symphony that adds to the night's chorus. The land is quiet, but not empty. Life stirs in the distance. The rustle of something moving through the brush catches your ear. An owl glides silently overhead, its wings spread wide against the star-filled sky. The cry of a coyote, sharp and sudden, breaks the stillness before fading back into the night, answered by its packmates in the distance. These are the voices of the wilderness, the songs of the land you know so well. You ride for miles, the silence wrapping around you like a familiar blanket. Time slips away. Out here, it means nothing. The stars wheel overhead, ancient and constant, guiding you home. Your horse's hooves keep steady time, a drumbeat that matches the rhythm of your heart. The glow of firelight flickers in the distance. Home, camp. The sight of it spreads warmth through your chest, a feeling of belonging that runs deeper than blood. The flame stands like a beacon, calling you back to your people. As you approach, the outlines of tents come into view, 8 in total, scattered in a loose circle. The fire at the center burns low, crackling gently. The scent of stew thick in the air, shadows moving around the flames. Your people. Some talking in low voices, others tend to their horses, a few already curled in their bedrolls. There's warmth here, an ease that settles deep in your bones. And there, standing just outside the circle of light, is Jed, your brother, not by blood, but by bond. His face is weathered by sun and wind, eyes bright with welcome. He gives you a nod as you swing down from your horse. The moment is natural as breathing. You tie your mount up alongside the others, patting its neck and thanks for the journey. Long ride, you ask? His voice rough with the dust of trail, warm with familiarity. You roll your shoulders, feeling the ache of the journey settle in. Yeah, smells like supper's still hot though. The camp is still alive, surprisingly. Sarah tends to the fire, adding small branches that spark and dance. Old Tom mends a saddle by lantern light. His skilled hands work in the leather. The youngest of your group, Jamie, plays a soft tune on a battered harmonica, the notes drifting like smoke into the night air. You make your way to the fire, taking a seat on the overturned log. The wood is smooth from countless nights of use, holding memories of stories told and meals shared. Someone, Maria, with her quiet smile, hands you a tin plate, the stew steaming rich and thick with meat and potatoes. You take a bite, savory, hot, perfect. The firelight dances against the canvas of the tents, flickering against the weathered faces, men and women who have been through hell and back with you. The night stretches on, slow and unhurried. Conversations rise and fall, stories flowing like water. Laughter drifts like smoke into the cool air, genuine and warm. You lean back, letting the heat of the flames warm your tired bones. The stars above seem impossibly bright, scattered like dust across the sky. The wind stirs the long grass, whispering through camp, a lullaby older than time. Eventually, the fire burns low, embers pulsing like a heartbeat. The voices around you quiet, one by one, until the wind and the occasional snort of a horse remain. The night settles, deep and peaceful, wrapping around you like a well-worn blanket. The peace of the moment seeps into your bones, a contentment that words can't capture. You push yourself up, stretching, the weight of the day settling in. Your tent awaits, canvas flapping, shifting gently in the breeze. You step inside, the space small but familiar. Your bedroll laid out, your saddle propped up in the corner. The scent of leather and earth grounding you. A lantern casts soft light, making shadows dance on the canvas walls. You lower yourself onto the cot, the exhaustion of the day finally catching up to you. The wind hums against the canvas, a rhythmic sound that lulls you deeper. The weight of your coat presses against your shoulders, and you let it fall, draping it over the saddle. You reach for your hat, placing it beside you, fingers trailing over its brim. Your breathing slows, the heaviness in your limbs spreading, dragging you under. Your mind drifts, slipping further into that space between waking and sleep, where the edges blur and time unravels. The sound of camp fades to a gentle murmur, horses shifting, canvas rustling, the last whispers of conversation dying away. Each breath comes easier than the last. Your eyes drift close. Just like that, you're back in your bed. The weight of the blankets settles around you, just like the coat. The warmth of sleep curls at the edges of your mind, like the glow of the campfire. The night outside is still, peaceful. The stars are still there, waiting for you, visible through your window, like an old friend keeping watch. Tomorrow will come with all its demands and challenges. But for now, you carry the peace of the trail with you. The rhythm of the hoofbeats still echoes in your mind. A lullaby carrying you deeper into rest. The memory of the campfire's warmth spreads through your limbs, heavy and comforting. You're good. You're safe. The night holds you in its gentle embrace, and finally, sleep comes easy. Dream of open skies and endless trails. Rest now, rider. Rest.